Hi everyone, welcome to Soulful Styling.
Yeah.
Soulful Styling is something that Vasanta Vaikunt and I decided to start together. So, as the name suggests, Soulful Styling essentially means styling with your emotional wellness. And today, the episode is basically based on accessorizing with your mind and body. Basically, how through accessories, in very simple terms, how through accessories you can create happiness both externally and internally. And we are going to be talking about this at length for the next half an hour or so. So before I do that, let me start by introducing our super talented Vasanta Vaikunt. Vasanta is a classical dancer by profession and passion. She has done more than 100 shows all over the world. Her Center for Performing Art has trained many students in dance, music, and painting, and she has choreographed a number of dance dramas. Her center was a landmark in the Gulf countries for Indian art and culture that won her the award of Bharatiya Pravasi from the Government of India. She won Kalai Mamani from Tamil Nadu government, Kala Vidushi from USA, Cultural Ambassador of India from Oman, Acharya Kala Vipanchi from Dr. Bala Murli Krishna. She got the title of Cultural Ambassador of India for her ability to spread Indian arts and culture abroad. When she landed in India 6 years ago, she decided to give back her knowledge and indulge in a meaningful living style. So she created lifeandliving.org, an online emotional support to the urbanites. She and her team have done more than 500 counseling sessions so far. She launched a dynamic platform called Just Speak that allows free expressions and opinions on social issues. This is a huge relief in these pandemic times. She is also the president of the Wiki Culture and Heritage for the state of Karnataka. She has also been talking about ancient wisdom and its relevance today in the United Nations Science of Spirituality Department. Multifaceted person with many hats, however, she believes in sharing positive energy to the society that is going through churning times at the moment. Thank you so much, Vasanta, for being a part of this, thing that we have trying to create together, Soulful Styling.
Oh, thank you, Bia, for that wonderful introduction. I'm very happy that we started this soulful styling. I think it sort of makes a human being complete. And before I move any further on questioning you, I would like to give you an introduction. And Bia Sandhu Taneja is the founder of Parfait Image Consulting. She's known internationally for corporate workshops, personal and brand counseling, brand consulting, and image makeovers, patient mentoring, and so many more. And she's an award-winning grooming and etiquette expert who has trained finalists for big names like Femina and Savvy India and international agents in Italy, UK, USA, Thailand, and Sri Lanka. And she has her own talk show, Finesse and Flair, for empowered women and power couples in the pandemic times. And she's a vice chair for All Bangalore Fashion Chapter. And I just love her energy and I love her enthusiasm and good positive spirit. And I would like to put you a question, Bia. Today is what is the importance of accessories according to you?
So according to me, Vasanta, I absolutely love accessories. Accessories in very simple terms, in very basic terms, is something which helps you to look more attractive. It helps you to look more stylish. Accessories is something which, makes you as a person more interesting. And of course, it brings out your personal style. Because accessories is something which I think are a woman's best friends. We all have loads of clothes in our wardrobe. But, I feel that everybody will have a certain amount of whatever they like in terms of clothes in their wardrobe. But what actually creates magic in your wardrobe are your accessories. So how you style these accessories based on your, of course, what's really important to remember is that we all have a personal, unique style. So for you to understand what your personal, unique style is, and then use accessories as a, as like I said, as magic, where they can actually create magic and bring out your best features, bring out the best of your personality through accessories. Now, a lot of people say that accessories is something which actually finishes the look, so to say. But for me personally, I feel that accessories is something which actually can start the look of an outfit. So I do that very often. Sometimes when I go out shopping, like, we've been for so many of these pop-ups recently before everything shut down, or if you've seen something really great online in today's day and times, you can actually start by buying an accessory first, depending, of course, again, on your personal style. Discover your personal style. Like for me, I know it is pearls. I absolutely love pearls. So anything which I see in pearls, something which is very unique, something very, very different, which I can relate to with my personality, I will pick it up. And then based on that, I will create a whole outfit. I will buy my clothes according to that accessory that I have bought. And of course, take a lot of, inspirational from people around you. I take inspiration from magazines. I take inspiration from people who I love in terms of the way they carry themselves with accessories. So keep your ears and eyes open and try and figure out what your, your personal unique style is. And based on that, you can, bring out the wow factor in you with accessories. So accessory is something which can make or break your image. And I think for me, I'm a big fan of accessories. And I feel, like I said, it's even more important, if not more, it's equally important as clothes for me, definitely. So I will move on to a question for you now, Vasanta. I would like to ask, what is accessorizing the mind? Of course, we all know accessories make us feel very happy when we look good with accessories, but how do they play with the mind?
Accessorizing the mind has two different levels of understanding. So let me go from physical to metaphysical. We have a body that's functional, and mind has mind to use the discretion and analyze what is good and bad for us. But however, we create a kind of a body-mind harmony and temperament that makes our personality. And it comes from our 7 different chakras and nerve center in the body. Now, clothes have to be worn according to body types like Pitta, Vata, and Kapha. The heat, the hot and cold. I won't go into the details of it, but the fabrics that you use make a big. Now, same with the accessories as well. So when you talk about the forehead, it's a place of energy and preservation. It's a male and female energy consciousness together. So what you do is you put Mankatika, and cover that part, to protect it. And then you also have, also is for beautification. And you put the sindoor in the center point. And neck piece, for example, we call it a Visuddha Chakra, that protects the envy and the evil eye. So when you see people wearing a neck piece, they would always wear a choker first and then the longer chain, as an accessory. And then that also gives you a good protection. And then we can talk about the waist belt, Manipura Chakra, which is solar plexus, that gives you the stamina. Because the solar plexus is very important for your digestive system and the whole thing that goes on in your stomach. So that gives you the energy. So I think people wore it those days just to keep that protection. And the anklets for nerves and joints. And wrist part is the vital. I think the wrist is the vital part of the energy where the blood runs through the body. So I think the nerves are protected through that. And hair accessories connected with Sahasra, it protects the youthfulness of a person, and it also keeps your energy protected. And the touch of your jewelry balance the chakras get balanced by itself when you wear that kind of jewelry. That used to be the tradition. Now one can use anything to adorn the body for sure and adorn yourself, but true accessories of the mind, which I refer to today, is your attitude, your confidence, and happy to live, positive energy, and above all, compassion. Because these are the mental accessories that one should be wearing. Or even if I see, for example, like if I go for a wedding and I wear the maximum number of pins on my neck and my ears and my hands, and I adorn myself so beautifully, the parlor, dress up myself, do the makeup and everything. But if my confidence level is low, if my attitude is not positive towards others, if I don't carry the smile as an accessory on my face, then all these accessories make no sense. That's what I feel.
Right. Wow. As not being a South Indian, Vasanta, I used to always wonder that what is the purpose of wearing that belt? A lot of during the brides when they get married, and the dancers, they all wear that beautiful gold belt around their waist. And I used to always wonder that what is the purpose of wearing this. So I'm so glad you today explained that so well, that it gives a lot of stability to you. And that's one of the main reasons why in the olden times and even till date, it is such a important part of your accessories, especially for South Indian brides, and any special occasion, they always wear that belt, which is beautiful. It looks so nice.
Yeah. But in those days, they never waited for special occasions. I think they just wore it anyways, because my grandmother, when I go home to my hometown, she would always say that, why are you coming with a bare neck? Why are you not wearing your bangle? You're not wearing your nose ring or earring or whatever. So I said, but I'm not going anywhere. Why should I wear it? She said, you're wearing it for well-being, not for others. She would always tell me that.
Absolutely. I think you said it so well, Vasanta. We all actually accessorize.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you a question.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So I want you to tell me, can you tell me different ways to wear accessories today?
So, there are so many ways. I think there are hundreds or thousands of ways in which you can wear accessories. And there are so many accessories. When we talk about accessories, of course, necklaces, jewelry, earrings, your bags, your belts, your shoes, but even things like, scarves, even things like hats, even things like, say for men, even for men also can use so many accessories. Belts, there are so many accessories that we can use and wear in different ways. And I think the main purpose of accessories is to make your outfit from drab to fab. It straight away, makes a plain, boring outfit so magical, so much of fun. And, accessories are known for that. They create a lot of fun in your outfits. But like I keep harping about this thing all the time, that you have to first discover what your personal style is. It may be boho, it may be classic, it may be, very European. It may be very rustic, very Indian. So once you decipher what your personal style is, then based on that, you can really go to different lengths and try and wear different, like, let's talk about bling. Now, since you said how we can try different accessories. Now, I'm somebody who loves bling, but at the same time, I love my classic. So, if I'm in the mood for bling one day, I will make sure that my outfit otherwise is plain, but I will only stick to one accessory if it's bling. Let's not, if we're using bling accessories, let's not get 3-4 bling things together. Let's just stick to one particular accessory. And, sorry, I'm just trying to add somebody and somebody's trying to come in. So Just waiting to add them in. Sorry, just bear with me. I've just lost my chain of thoughts because I'm trying to add somebody in. Yeah, so like I said, so with Blink, make sure that you only stick to one big, sort of statement piece. It could be a belt, it could be a bag, it could be big chunky earrings, it could be a big necklace, it could even be a big headband. Nowadays, these big headbands are so in. So if you're wearing one Blink thing, just stick to that. Let's talk about a belt. If you're wearing a belt, now with belts or any accessory, again, another thing to remember is that you have to stick to understand your body type as well. Besides knowing your personal style, there are a lot of other things that as image consultants, which we do tell people when we talk about accessories in detail. You have to keep your body type in mind. You have to keep your values in mind. You have to keep your lifestyle in mind. There are lots of things that come in mind when you are looking at styling different accessories with your outfit. But let's take a simple example of a belt for now. So if you're using a belt to accessorize a particular dress, then make sure that if you, like somebody like me, my waist is not the best asset that I have. So I personally don't wear belts, but if I will wear a belt, I will make sure that it's very narrow, because I don't want to wear a broad belt because that will make my waist look bigger. So I will always stick to a very narrow belt. But if I have a very slim waist and I have a waist that, is worth flaunting, then you definitely must wear a thick, broad belt, because that will take the entire focus to the middle part of your body, which is what you want to flaunt. You want to flaunt that beautiful belt that you're wearing, and you want to flaunt that beautiful waist of yours that you have as well. So similarly, if you want to bring the focus to your, I'm just seeing somebody's looking so beautiful, Dr. Sonal Mitra, she's wearing this beautiful bindi. And if you want to bring the focus to your face, then if you wear a nice, big, huge round bindi, I'm a big fan of big bindis as well. Just wear that with very small earrings and you're ready to go. The whole focus comes on your face, your beautiful face. So, it depends on the day, how you want to accessorize, which of course, Vasanta knows better than anybody else, how your moods also affect your accessories. But externally, to look beautiful, stick to what your mood is on that day. One day I feel like wearing a red lipstick, I would wear a red lipstick. Sometimes I feel like wearing a muted lipstick, I would wear a muted lipstick. Another thing to remember is that, it's important to utilize accessories in terms of, like I said, have a lot of fun with them, have a lot of fun with accessories. Today, you have so much that you can do with accessories. Bags, there's such crazy amount of shapes with bags. You can, use clutches, bling clutches, bling clutches. If I'm wearing a bling clutch, I would wear a very, very plain outfit with that. I would not wear anything which is, I probably won't even wear earrings or something in my neck. I would make that my statement piece. So I would just wear a very plain outfit and I would just carry a bling bag. And yes, like I said, classic, I love my classic outfits. So also one thing to remember with accessories is that stick to the occasion. Now, if you want to wear bling, don't wear bling in a very formal environment. If you know it's a corporate event, try and stick to classic, to simple pieces. So when we are talking about how we can accessorize, even the environment and the place that you're in, that needs to be kept in mind as well as to what you would like to wear for the particular event. Okay, so Vasanta, I'm not going to take more time and I'm going to ask you a question now. I would like to know about wholesome existence. Now, what does one do to feel that way? How does wholesome existence come into this whole thing when we talk about accessories?
Yes, first let me just ask you a question. Before that is about the bling. See, I love bling by myself quite a bit. But then when people talk about blings, they say, oh my God, why is she dressed up like this, like bling bling? She should be very subdued and, oh, you wear a pearl or you wear something like that, that'll be very simple. Why do you think that people do that? Because I love bling myself.
No, I think it's very important to stick to your personal
think that
style.
That's got something to do with the mind?
I think, Vasanta, to stick to your personal unique style, is very, very important. And like, some people will like you for your style and some people might not. You can't expect everybody to like what you're wearing. And as long as I think you are personally happy with the way you look and you're comfortable with your look, that is what is important, because 100%, guarantee you don't get for anything in life. So even for this, you will not get 100% tick that, yes, I'm happy with what you're wearing. So as long as I feel, more importantly, you are happy and comfortable, that's what matters.
Yeah, I think that's where your mental, your accessory for the mind, self-confidence comes into it, because you carry it yourself. Yeah, now answering your question about the wholesome existence. I think I talk about the wholesome existence in terms of accessories. I think just like you keep changing your accessories according to the mood, your life also changes. And what we should understand is the colors of life changes all the time. And one has to be aware of it, and one has to be accepting of that fact. And when the change is the most permanent in life, and I think you have to discard, you have to shed all those negative network that you have built around you, and be confident and try to live in the present. When I say learn to live in the present, it's the accessory of your happiness that you have to adorn yourself with. And that will, when I say happiness, I mean, then people talk to me, they say that, how do you say, you can't just randomly be happy for nothing. I said, there are so many things in life to be happy about. And if you have nothing to be happy about, please feel happy for others. I think where your energy, your youthfulness, and your vibrations in your body, your accessories, everything should be accessorized with positivity and a wholesome existence. Because I cannot live in fragments, When you go to a specialist, a doctor, earlier days I'm talking about, there were no specialists at all. They were hard. So when the doctor looks at you, he will check all parts of your body. Right. And then he will make an assessment and a diagnosis. Now, that's what I'm trying to say, that in your life also, don't make it such fragments, like don't split out like that. Make it a wholesome living. And when you come home, at least, the home is a place where you feel completely your completeness and the fullness. I think that should be the main accessory for you.
Absolutely. I so agree.
And now I'm going to ask you a question. How can we use color in accessories to change our looks?
So color is something which actually enhances your look better than what it actually is. So again, to understand color with accessories, it's very, very important to first understand, I think I have spoken about this, some of you might have heard me talk about this before, about the different color tones that you have. So, we have this color wheel, and all of us are somewhere sitting in that color wheel, depending on whether we are warm toned or we are cool toned. So first you need to understand whether you're warm toned or cool toned, and then you can really play around with accessories based on where you come from. So to give you a very simple example, if you are cool toned, then silver oxidized accessories go really well with your, with your whole image, with your whole skin color, with your whole look. It will look really, really nice. Whereas if you are warm toned, then stick more to, to gold jewelry, to bronze jewelry, or maybe to yellow colored jewelry or orange colored jewelry, which will suit you better. If you are cool toned, then blue jewelry, turquoise jewelry, green jewelry will suit you better. But then there are also certain gemstones, the semi-precious gemstones that we have. They have so much of color in them, but because of the again, Vasanta is an expert on this, that based on the, the lights that it emits, those are mostly gemstones which kind of suit everybody. So it depends. And also, like I was just saying, it depends on my mood. Like today, I almost wore a red lipstick because I just felt like wearing a red lipstick. And then I said, no, I think I'll stick to this today. So depending on what your mood is, it also, colors and accessories also go hand in hand depending on what your mood is for the day. So based on that, today I might wear a red colored outfit. Tomorrow I might want to wear a very plain gray or a black outfit. So it completely depends on your, on the day as well as to how you're feeling. So yeah, so to understand your color palette is very, very important in terms of understanding how accessories will suit you personally and your personal style. Like I always say, your personal style is up there when it comes to dressing yourself up. When you are looking your best, you always have to keep your personal style up there, and then everything comes thereafter. So Vasantha, my next question is to you.
That's nice.
Thank you, Vasantha. Vasantha, my next question is to you. What are the top 3 accessories that you would suggest for a happy, healthy living?
I think for the happy, healthy living, there are 5 elixirs. We call it Panchamrita, like 5 different nectars. One, the first place is compassion, Karuna. Because I think what is lacking in today's world is karuna, that is the compassion. And then the charity. I don't mean charity by giving money or anything, but charity has come from the heart, that I am actually wanting to give something to someone, or not making them realize that you're doing it. And then you have your devotion, your total devotion to what you're doing. What I'm saying is not only just sitting and sitting in front of God and praying. Yes, that's one part of it. But the other part of it is devotion to your life itself. And that is very important. And knowledge. Because just like when you jump into the ocean, you need to have the knowledge of the ocean to swim, right? You don't jump blindly. You learn how to swim and then you jump. So I think knowledge of life is very important, and the determination above all. Determination to live your life fullest extent possible.
Absolutely.
I think I would rate all together as the most important accessories to a happy life.
So true.
And
happy, especially in today's day.
And I think there's one more question that I would like to ask you is, yeah, it's very important, because I think in today's age, everybody talks about be positive and, think like this, think like that. I mean, that's not important. What is important is your own compassion, your own karuna for others.
Absolutely. Yes.
Regardless, because that karuna alone can take you to your own happiness. You forget others. Others may feel, may not feel. But at least for you, for a happy existence, I think that's most important.
Absolutely.
Enough to talk about empowering women. Women should not be running down others. I mean, each other. And when you're talking about do we save women from this and that, but first save yourself. The most important is save yourself first. And then we extend our help to others. I'm sorry, I don't want to take too much time, but
no, I totally agree with you.
I will ask you a question, Bia.
Yes.
Different latest trends.
Okay, so with accessories, there is a lot trending right now.
Yeah, would you tell me the latest?
So the latest trends in terms of accessories, we have, the very oversized glasses are kind of on their way out. We have the small, tiny glasses, which are coming in now. And as I said, I love my pearls. So I know that pearl chokers are really in this year. And white shoes have been in for a very, very long time, the sneakers, but now white boots are really in. That is something which is really in. And hoops, the very chunky hoops, they have come back in a big way. But, there are a lot of things in terms of trends that keep changing. And I myself, being an image consultant, being a big fan of fashion all the time, I do follow trends. But one thing to remember with trends is it is important to be trendy. It's important to be stylish, but always don't go overboard, in terms of following trends. Like just because, say, for example, small glasses are really trend at the moment, doesn't mean I go and pick up 10 glasses. Just stick to one classic good piece because it is in fashion at the moment. And stick to your wardrobe staples, stick to what you already have. And with a few trending outfits that you buy or accessories that you buy, try and mix and match and create different looks out of it. Because, you're probably sitting at home nowadays, you're not even going out that much. So why would you want to, bring all that is trending at the moment? Just buy 2 or 3 things which are trendy and just play around with them and try and create different looks. Also, if you're very petite, don't try and buy something which is not suiting your body just because it's in fashion or it's in trend. So it's important to follow trends, but at the same time, it's also important to understand that that trend has to suit you. It has to suit your style. It has to suit your personal style. Like I said, that is important as well. So if you bear these in mind, just keep following trends. They change every 3 months, as we all know. Trends are changing every 3 months. And if we can't try and keep up to that, we'll all probably go bankrupt. So, the best way to deal with it is buy 1 or 2 things and then every season you must buy 2 or 3 things. It's very important. But don't, just go overboard in trying to buy things and put a dig in your pocket. So does anybody have any questions?
Absolutely, waiting to bounce back.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So true. So does anybody? Yes, Monica, I think Monica has a question. So Monica, please go ahead. You can unmute yourself, Monica, if you want to.
So for Zoom meetings, what would you suggest?
For Zoom meetings?
Yes, I'm on unmute.
Oh, yeah, she's already unmute. Yeah.
Okay, Vasanta, would you like to answer that first?
So what do you suggest?
Yeah, what is it for the Zoom meeting? What is it that you want to know?
Official meetings, what would you suggest? What kind of apparel or accessory or like what kind of dress up? Because I belong from finance background. So
yeah, I think for a Zoom call, again, it depends on your personality, but I think the makeup is important. That's what I realized, and how much I hate to do that. But then that's very important when you're on a Zoom meeting, because they are not able to see your full personality. All they are able to see is only your face and probably till your shoulders. So I think what you present out there in the Zoom call is your face. So it has to be it has to be presentable, and it has to have some touch of makeup, not too much, but a little bit. Although people do be there, but I think it's very important.
Okay, how about men? Do you handle men's styles also, or you concentrate on females only?
No, that is Bia's department.
Yes, I handle.
Yes, to understand.
Yes, I handle apparel and styling for both men and women as an image consultant. And I'll go back to your earlier question first, when you said that what is it that is important when you are doing online sessions. So for online sessions, I think like Vasanta very rightfully said, makeup is very, very important because the whole focus is only till here. Your focus doesn't go lower. So you could even wear pajamas or anything casual. It won't even show. But, to dress up for a meeting, I think Vasanta and I were having this discussion that to dress up for a meeting is very, very important, because if you're not dressed enough, then mentally you don't feel, that you are in that zone, in that official zone. So yes, to dress up important, to put makeup on is important, to accessorize a little is important. But also what to remember is that don't go overboard. because remember that for a Zoom meeting, you are not the focus. You are one of the many people who will be on the screen. So, as long as you are presentable, you look good, that is what is important. And I think also another thing which I have learned with experience is that make sure that your, of course, internet is good, your lighting is good, because if that doesn't work, then that can be a big hindrance in your image as well in terms of your Zoom meetings. And coming back to men, again with men, it's important to again dress up. They of course don't need makeup. They can do without the makeup. But again, from here to here, I won't say they have to be dressed in jackets and all of that all the time, but a collared t-shirt definitely, because that gives a more formal approach. That you are giving a more formal approach to the person who you are talking to, or who is listening to you will take you more seriously because you have made that effort to dress up. And again, the lighting and the internet and all of that is of course important. Your body language, the way you present yourself, your communication skills, all of that becomes a whole package when you are part of any call, not just a Zoom call, but part of any, sort of call. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, thank you. So I just like to know your backgrounds, like in case you have not yet given, or probably I missed.
We did actually.
We said it in the beginning.
It's okay. Yes, I think you missed us in the beginning. So Vasanta, would you like to introduce yourself first?
I'm a professional classical dancer and a holistic lifestyle coach. And I think question that we wanted to discuss was about my spiritual healing, which I do normally. But spiritual healing does not mean that I actually tell you that I'm in the spiritual healing. But I think my energy or the vibes they convey as energy to you. That's how I do my healing. I do that, and then I'm also a counselor, because I'm coaching the corporates and the universities, and I also do a lot of counseling to the university students and the corporate people. I mean, that's what I do for living in my profession.
So I am an image consultant. I do a lot of corporate training. So I am an image consultant and I run my own company called Parfait Image Consulting. You can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn and Twitter. And I do a lot of corporate trainings again, and for men and women. And on image consulting, personality development. I also do one-on-one consultations for both men and women. And I'm also an international beauty pageant coach. I have groomed a lot of girls in the past, and they have gone ahead and become winners in pageants. And yes, so that is more or less, and of course, nowadays doing a lot of online sessions on personality development for different platforms.
And it's very interesting, actually, that Bia and myself got together for this platform. She's completely on a different job. I'm completely on a different job. But I thought it's very important for us to come together to be able to give something substantial, something interesting to people. Instead of just fragmenting their life, you have to bring all these aspects together and make it a wholesome living.
Yes, the idea was
and that's why we called it Soulful Styling.
Networking always helps.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we were not really looking for many people to attend this because we have to put it out there. We usually record it and put it out. Today is one of those occasions we thought at least let's have our own friends. And those really interested can come and attend this. We have not advertised this for attendance, actually. And we are very happy to have you.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. It really means a lot that, you've come and you've attended this session, because like Vasanta said, the idea was to bring both of us who are from completely different fields together so that, people realize that this is not just to look beautiful, but it's also to feel great about yourself, emotionally, internally, to feel good about yourself, mentally, especially in today's day and age. We all need that. So we are trying to, Vasanta and I, through Soulful Styling, we will have a lot of new episodes coming in. So do stay tuned. We will have a lot of new events and things coming through Soulful Styling. So it'll be nice to have a lot of new people. So please spread the word around, and please let people know to join our next session whenever we have the next session.